Hello everyone and welcome back to the Researchers Hub. Many students have asked me, Sir, what is an industrial PhD really like? So today in the Student Life Connect program, I'm going to share my personal journey of how I started preparing for my PhD after my bachelor's and finally completing it one while working full time. So before I share my industrial PhD experience, I would like to give a prior background of mine. So I completed my bachelor's in mechanical engineering from Visvesvaraya Technological University, Karnataka. After completing my bachelor's, I applied for the direct PhD program at IIT Madras in Department of Mechanical Engineering, and after clearing their screening and interview process, I was able to get the offer letter from for the direct PhD program at IIT Madras. Though I didn't opt for it because I want to give a try for the engineering services examinations conducted by the UPSC. So giving a year drop and preparing for the ESE exam, though I was not able to clear the prelims because of few marks, but since I have given the GATE examination, so I got a good rank and I was able to join the master's program in IIT in mechanical engineering. By the time I was about to complete my master's, I had received two full-time PhD offers from IIT Bombay as a research assistant in metallurgical department and IISc Bangalore in advanced manufacturing technology. But destiny had something else planned. So through my campus placement at IIT, I got an opportunity at Kirloskar, and that's when my industrial PhD journey began. So before sharing like why I chose this industrial PhD rather than going with the full-time PhD offers at IIT Bombay and ISC, first we need to know what an industrial PhD is. So an industrial PhD is basically a collaboration between an employer and a university. You are both an employee and a researcher at the same time. Your research topic is based on real-world industrial problems, not just theoretical curiosity. You have two supervisors, one from the industry and one from the host university. There might be more than two depending upon your research area. So industrial PhD is like learning in the classroom and testing in the real world at the same time. Now coming back to the point like why I chose industrial PhD when I had full-time PhD offers from IIT Bombay and ISC. So first of all, like I had no prior idea about what an industrial PhD actually was. But when I saw the topic that was offered by the employer, it immediately clicked with my interest. The topic was optimization of compressors, a mathematics heavy and real engineering problems. Since I have always been passionate about mathematics since my childhood, so I found it fascinating and decided to go for it. So for my industrial PhD, my employer was Kirloskar and the host university was City University of London in the UK. Now coming to the difference between full-time PhD and industrial PhD. So in a full-time PhD, you stay on the campus, attend classes and complete coursework before starting your research. But in an industrial PhD, there's no coursework, you directly start with the research. The coming to the finance part, in a full-time PhD, you get stipend from the university, but in an industrial PhD, you get a full-time salary from your employer. Also, the employer covers your tuition fees, travel, and accommodation if your university is in another city or country. So, this was about the difference between industrial PhD and full-time PhD. Now, coming to the benefits of an industrial PhD. So in an industrial PhD, you get a full-time salary. You work on a real-world engineering problem and you build strong professional networks in both academia and industries. Also, one of the important point being like you don't need to worry about job security as you're already employed. So by the time you end your research journey, you might you might be graduating with both research expertise and industrial experience at the same time. Now coming to the challenges, the challenge in this industrial PhD is like Your research topic is tied to the company's goals, so you can't really change direction in the research easily. Sometimes progress might be slow because data or approvals get delayed in an industry. You might have to manage two timelines, your universities and at the employer at the same times. The only key to this challenge is the communications. Keep both your supervisors aligned and updated. Coming to the advice to the students, so I would suggest that whether you are going for an industrial PhD or full-time PhD, just choose your topic wisely. Pick something that excites you, not just it's because sponsored. Talk to your seniors who are doing industrial PhD or full-time PhD, then you'll get real insights. Then I'll suggest to maintain a research diary and plan your time like a professionals. At the end, my advice to student is like jugaad is okay, but consistency always wins. So concluding this session, my final thought is that this journey was truly life changing. It taught me research, teamwork, and how to connect industry with innovations. It wasn't easy, but if you are passionate, it's one of the best decisions you will ever make. So, thank you for listening. Stay tuned for the next talk on the Researchers Hub.